Greetings, dear listeners. Welcome to No Man's Land. Each morning we wake up with a desire to improve ourselves. We organize our academics, work, personal lives, entertainment, and physical activity. This might, however, often become a daunting task. Do you ever feel like your perfectly planned day crumbles at the slightest inconvenience? You are not alone. We all take New Year resolutions that usually do not get carried over to even the month of March. Therefore, sequential planning alone is not enough to get things done. In fact, it is counterproductive to the achievement of efficiency in accomplishing day-to-day tasks and thereby long-term goals. This is because we create a schedule with rigid timelines in an order that we deem fit. However, the situations we encounter each day are nuanced and often unpredictable. There are several external and internal variables that influence our routines. Therefore, having a non-flexible schedule or plan falls apart even with the slightest hindrance, as even one delay beyond our control ends up impacting and disrupting all other tasks. In this uncertain and unpredictable life, we all desire balance. With that desire in mind, let us go into the new year with a sense of awareness and an improved understanding of the process that takes us closer to our dreams. Let us dive into how we can master the art of balancing our lives. Life throws curveballs at us every day, and yet we strive for balance. But what does balance really mean? Well, it is basically keeping things stable or steady. And how do we build a balanced life? Well, the first step is to realize, accept, and understand that there's no such thing as perfect balance. The idea of a perfectly balanced lifestyle is utopic when we look at life closely. Each day brings new challenges and circumstances that are beyond our control. We generally maneuver through those challenges while serving our specific purposes or desires. So is it impossible to achieve balance ever in life? Yes and no. A balanced life is created not over days or months, but over years. It's about weaving consistency and discipline into the fabric of our daily lives, aligning each action with our aspirations over time. To achieve this in an ever uncertain world, one has to just move ahead and do what comes on the way, tackle each situation with the skills at hand in the most efficient manner possible, or in a more fancy way, live in the moment. However, our actions must be in line with our goals and aims, both short-term and long-term. To put it simply, we must respond to what life throws at us with the actions that are in line with our ambitions. Organization requires effective planning, and effective planning has these 4 essential characteristics. First, prioritize objectives. Second, identify and delegate tasks that can be undertaken by another person, whether they are an employee or a family member. Third, reasonable foresight, which is of the requirements to fulfillment of a task and keeping room for any contingencies that may arise while accomplishing the same. And fourth, learn and build based on experience. So it is a cyclic process, more like a feedback loop. Plan, execute, analyze, learn, apply, repeat. Moving forward, time analysis and management are key to building a balanced life. Blocking a time period in advance to undertake a specific task or a subtask is necessary, as it creates space and brings clarity. Let's go to the first step of planning: prioritizing. A simple way to learn and practice prioritizing is to remember Stephen Covey's Big Rock Theory. The theory is explained using the metaphor of fitting rocks, pebbles, and sand into a jar. If you start with the sand and pebbles, there won't be enough room for the rocks. However, if you start with the rocks and the pebbles and save sand for the last, everything fits. These variables are subjective to each individual, and it is up to each of us to decide which aspect we keep over the others. The rocks are non-negotiables. The pebbles are other important things in life, and sand are the rest of the things. This way, prioritizing makes planning much simpler as it brings clarity of thought and vision. Delegation is a smart way of tackling situations that might only need completion and not specifically your presence. These are usually the pebbles and almost always the sand. This declutters one's mental space and creates time for you to invest in the rocks or the more important pebbles. A book by entrepreneur investor Dan Martell called Buy Back Your Time efficiently illustrates this strategy of hiring others to do the things that you need not do, and how that is beneficial for the growth of your business or creative endeavor and in life in general, as it leaves you time to focus on the more important things. Read the book to know more about the strategies on identifying what, why, when, and to whom to delegate. The purchase link of the book is in the description. Moving ahead, reasonable foresight is actually an aspect which is developed with experience. Having a reasonable judgment of things is essential for effective planning. For example, if a person has to catch a train, he or she will make sure that the packing is done well in advance and that the luggage contains everything that is required for the upcoming journey. Even if someone is taking on a new task and is completely unaware of the nuances of the same, they must learn about it from the internet or an experienced person before beginning. The moment a person takes the first step towards the achievement of a goal, experiential learning begins, and the feedback loop effectively and inevitably starts. And how can I be so sure about that? Well, we never commit the same mistake twice. Or at least we aspire to, don't we? We learn certain lessons from the mistakes we commit. Therefore, we are constantly living a loop, learning things from others and some from our own experiences, and improving as a person. As far as execution of day-to-day tasks is concerned, it is about facing things as they come. However, one must move with a sense of direction as to where those smaller actions will cumulatively take him or her in life ahead. It is about striking a balance between the present and the future prospect. It is about holding on to the certain while tackling the uncertain with patience, grit, positivity, and experiential learning. Before you start 2025, take a notebook, diary, or a journal and note down first the non-negotiables or the things that are most important to you. Family time, studies, work, cleanliness, workout or sports, eating healthy, introspection, performing your hobby, etc. Then think and block the number of hours that you want to give each of these on a weekly basis, and set the frequency of these tasks evenly throughout days of the week. To take it a step forward, you can even set reminders in your phones or other devices to keep yourself on track. It is critical to do these activities with focus, and equally important is the act of keeping a log. Logging these activities will set accountability towards yourself. This boosts self-esteem, confidence, and self-reliance. Moreover, with time, this consistency will bring a sense of satisfaction and happiness as you will be able to see and monitor your growth in real time. Secondly, make a list of other recreational activities that you want to do to add excitement in your life. Well, meeting with friends, taking up a new hobby, traveling, connecting with people on social media, or entertainment in general are a few of these things. They are secondary, flexible, and negotiable, yet they are important. Now fit these activities as and when they come in your day-to-day schedule without compromising on primary tasks. You can even build a mindset of rewarding yourself with these activities on the completion of non-negotiable goals. This builds self-reliance further as you don't need external validation and are capable of doing that yourself. This builds both independence and contentment. The next list is of the tertiary things, which is everything else apart from the first two lists. These things are only to be accommodated at your behest, which basically means that you can schedule them completely according to yourself and downright remove them if you do not want to undertake any of these activities. It is best to give time to the first two lists as life is too short to worry about things that don't matter to you. It is important to note that while you can take your liberty with these activities, remember not to become lethargic or complacent with any of these tasks, as this builds a habit of finding comfort in laziness. This will impact your primary goals negatively, and we all know the reason why that is. So the way to go about it is to note down your priorities, break down your goals into smaller bits of tasks, and take a step-by-step approach to accomplish them. While you work on what's important and devote your invaluable time in the fulfillment of your aspirations, with this approach, you will also be able to keep entertainment alive in your life and learn new things every now and then throughout your journey, thereby living your life to the fullest. This progression in life, achieving milestones, whether personal or professional, while we make our best attempts at growing and keeping steady at the same time, makes life meaningful and adventurous. It reminds us that life is never black and white, but rather a full spectrum showing you new colors each day. It is up to you to cherish or despise it. Either way, you need to plan. So start today. List your priorities, set your goals, and take the first step towards a balanced life. Remember, progress and not perfection is the goal. I hope this episode brought value to your life and some insights into planning and organizing your life to bring an overall balance to it. We wish you a happy new year in advance and hope that with this, you are able to live life king size. Please feel free to share your valuable thoughts with us. Do follow, like, or subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one. Jai Hind.